Test, test. Hello, testing, testing. I see 3 viewers have joined the broadcast. Try typing in the group chat. Testing, testing. Hello, yes. The lecture has not started yet. We're just waiting for some more people to join. Yes, I am. There's 5 people now. Yay, okay. We're getting some more people in. So you can try, I don't know. Okay. 3 in the classroom. Great. I don't know. So yeah, use the question and answer. I can see your questions pop up, and then I'll just read out the answer. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Somebody send me an email or send. Okay, 6 viewers in. Great. Currently answering. Done. Okay. Wish there was a way to see all the viewers. Let's see here. Cameraman. Capture questions. Screen share. Chat. Okay, questions. Okay. So can someone send me a question if they can hear me? Hi, Rosemary. No, we haven't started yet. Just waiting for some more people to join in. We have 7 viewers so far. Almost ready. Oops, 6 viewers. One person dropped off. Yes, we can hear you. Perfect. How long will we wait for others? I'll give it to 22, and then we'll get going. 7 viewers. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to do is share my screen. So I'm going to share my Dreamweaver screen. So let me know if you can see that. Okay, done. Yep, we'll wait until about, we'll wait for another minute. Can you guys send me a question if you could see my screen, my Dreamweaver screen? Or did it go away? Oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my full screen. Okay, so now you should see this sort of cascading screen. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to check email, see if, okay, sent a question. Okay. We are going to learn about jQuery. So last week and the week before, we looked at working with JavaScript to help give our web page interactivity. Is a can't see the screen. Okay, for a moment now it's gone again. Okay. When I shared my entire desktop, did you see that? Can't see screen, just photo view. Okay. For a moment. Can't see screen. Just a photo of me. Okay, I'm gonna try sharing my screen again. Okay, how about now? You see my screen better now? I can hear you. Screen went away. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. It's just assuming that you guys can see my screen now. So last week we learned about JavaScript, and we used JavaScript to validate form fields, right? I can see the screen now. Perfect. Okay, so you probably see this cascading screen. So I'm going to pop up Dreamweaver because we're going to use Dreamweaver today to utilize jQuery. So, with computers in general, uh, one of the key techniques that we use to use technology is layering, right? So and this goes for any technology, not just with computer technology. So let's if I remember, we talked about the base level of computers, the very lowest level of abstraction, and those are just the ones and zeros, right? The switches turning on and off. Now, obviously, that's such a low level that we can't work with that. Humans aren't good at working at that level. So we put a layer of abstraction over top of that, over top of the machine code. We call that assembler. And then we even that was difficult to understand. So we put another layer on top of that called, C, and then even that wasn't quite high enough. So we created languages that even go on top of that. So, higher level languages like C Sharp or Java. So what we're doing with this, so we're going to learn about a higher level of JavaScript called jQuery. So you may have already discovered on your assignment that working with jQuery, uh, or sorry, with JavaScript can be pretty difficult. And you really haven't really seen the worst of it yet. One of the big problems with JavaScript is that um, it doesn't um, it doesn't work the same in all the. If you created a little program in JavaScript in Internet Explorer. And so what people were doing is sort of creating, they would have to create one version of their script for Internet Explorer, another version of their script for Chrome, and maybe even another version for Firefox. So what people have done is, so they found that fairly frustrating. So what we've done, not me, I haven't, but people out there have. What's it going? I want to search jQuery. So they've invented this that goes on top of JavaScript called jQuery. So jQuery is JavaScript. It's a JavaScript library, and what it does is it makes everything in Java much easier to do. And so you can see right one of this big one right here, cross browser. So another thing that it does, other than just make it browse query, you code it once, and you can pretty much be assured work across all browsers. Okay, so let's create a couple of we'll create some demo files. We need an HTML file as always, right? So we'll go into Dreamweaver. Not responding. Let's see. Let's check on the broadcast. Can't see your screen. Can anyone else not see the screen? Okay. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save it as a folder on my desktop first. So I'm going to create a new folder. And we'll just call this jQuery demo. Okay. So in here, we're going to call our file index as usual. Okay. And let's change the title to jQuery. Okay. So the other is create a paragraph. And we'll say this. And again, I always like to test things before I go too far. Come back to the broadcast page here just to make sure everyone's. Can't see screen. Audio drops out periodically. Okay, well, let me know if it becomes totally unmanageable. We might have to. Hopefully that announcement isn't too loud for you guys. Okay. Okay. Let me know if the stream becomes just too unmanageable, because what I'll do is once I get back to Toronto, if this broadcast doesn't work out tonight, once I get back to Toronto, I'll just do like a 2-hour video that I'll post up on YouTube, basically the same thing that I was going to do today. So just let me know if it becomes too unmanageable. Okay, but we'll keep going for now. Okay. So I want to open up my my little demo file here. And where are we here? jQuery demo. Okay, and I'm going to open this up in my browser. We're going to open up in Chrome. Screenception. Huh. Okay, so where's my demo? Okay, here's our paragraph. Okay, so the first thing we need to do if we want to use jQuery, so we'll go here to the jQuery page. So just like we remember I showed you web fonts a little while ago, and what we had to do is basically put in a link to a web font so that we could get access to that link in our web page. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a link to the jQuery. Let's see, I think it might be in this documentation. We're going to put a link to jQuery in our index file. And that will, oh, maybe I have to go to download. I might have to just look up the CDN. Let's see here. Okay, we don't want to actually download it. We'll just use the CDN. Okay, here we go. So see right here, jQuery is the CDN. So what this, copy this script. Okay, we're going to copy. I'm going to paste it into my head. Okay, so what that does is that, and we're going to change those / to http //. Okay, so that's what we need at the top of our web page. So I'm just going to go back to the broadcast here. You are cutting out. Okay, is the cutting out really, really bad? Let me know. Okay, so so let me explain how jQuery works essentially. So I'm going to open up a Word doc here. Let me know if the cutting out is just too terrible. Okay. Okay. So what jQuery allows us to do, it's almost like a combination of CSS and JavaScript. So what jQuery, I mean, it allows us to do a lot, but at its essence, what it allows us to do is easily select elements, so paragraphs and headings and tables and all those things. It allows us to easily select those things and then manipulate them. So maybe change the value of them or move them around or basically manipulate the elements. Okay. So what we would do is we use the $sign, and actually maybe I'll just we'll just go ahead in Dreamweaver and put it there. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create another JavaScript file. Okay. I'm going to create a new JavaScript. Where are we here? JavaScript. Okay. And I'm going to save this as, and we'll call this jQuery demo. Okay. Okay, so now we have our JavaScript file. And so just as we've done before, I'm going to have to include my JavaScript file using this script tag, right? Oops, source. Okay. Oops. And I'm going to put the name jQuery demo. Here. Okay. Let's check back here. You can see screen. Okay. Okay. So again, I'm going to go into jQuery demo and just make sure that we're working. I'm going to put in this alert. Hello world. Okay. And I'm going to go back to my demo. I'm going to refresh. And there we go. Hello world. Okay, perfect. So we're working so far. Okay. So the way you can usually tell jQuery code apart from other JavaScript code is usually we use the $sign to indicate jQuery. That's like the jQuery shortcut. So what we're saying is, you know, we want to start using jQuery with. So we use the $sign to indicate that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to. So there's two halves to a jQuery command. Okay. So the first half is when we select the element. Okay, and what happens is we can we can select an element in much the same way we can with CSS, right? So for example, we could select using IDs, we can select using classes, or we could select using element names. So we could select all paragraphs, for example, and we could do something with them. Okay, so what? So usually we have the dollar sign, and then we have uh, brackets, and then inside is the selector. So if we want to, for example, select all paragraphs, we would put in quotes, we would put P, right? So what this does is it allows us to select all P's, okay, and then do something to those P's. So for example, we would say dollar sign P dot, and then see to P. For example, one really simple thing is to just hide it, and that will make it go away. So we could click on this, and now we're going to hide all of our P tags. Okay, so let's save that, and let's go back here. How's the broadcast doing? Still have 8 viewers with me. Okay, so we're hanging strong. Okay, so let's go back to the demo here, and so when we refresh, we'll see our paragraph, and after I pick hello, oh, it didn't go away. Why not? Okay, 1 second. So that's not working here. P. What didn't I do? Huh. Okay, I installed jQuery. That should be working. Okay. Maybe it has to do. Let me just get rid of this alert. It might be. That shouldn't matter though. Okay. Oh, I know why. Okay, so I'm going to show you one important thing about JavaScript. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but when a web page loads, it loads from the top down. So I think what's happening is it's hiding the paragraph tag before the paragraph tag is actually loaded. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the jQuery ready function. And you should use this quite often, or basically always. Okay, so what the ready function is it's a function, and the code inside the ready function will only load when we're going to go to our jQuery documentation here. And actually, wow, this is taking too long. Okay, we're just going to close this, and we'll go back here. How's the broadcast doing, folks? Okay, 7 viewers. We lost the viewer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back to my jQuery demo file, and I'm going to type $ document. Oops, document. Okay, and then ready, and then function. Okay, and then two brackets, and then a curly brace. Okay, and then a bracket, and the code until everything in here is fully loaded. So until all of this page is loaded. Okay, so let's refresh our demo and see what's going on. Still not being hidden. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. jQuery. P.hide, okay. Um, we have a paragraph, okay. Let's try, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this script, oh, I'm going to put this script outside the head. We're going to put this below the paragraph tag so that, because I think it was because we had it in the head. Let's try it now. Still, what the heck? Okay. Why is this not hiding? Aha. Read function. It's not the read function, it's the ready function. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so I know that it's kind of hard to see what's going on there, but basically the paragraph is loaded, and then with the code, we hit it. Okay, so let me show you something a little more useful. Very hard to follow along. Auto keeps cutting out. Okay. So people are complaining that the audio is cutting out and it's hard to follow along. So I want to take a vote. Aha, someone told me I misspelled already. I want to take a vote. Would you rather continue on as is, or do you want me to stop and then do a recording maybe on Saturday and post it up on YouTube? So let's just get a vote from everyone in here. Okay, I'm just going to keep going for a bit while you guys are voting. So vote. Let me know if you want to continue on or if you want me to post a video later on the weekend. Okay, but I'm going to continue on for now. So let's do something else. Let's go back to our index, and what we're going to let's create a we can create our own button, right? Because what we can do is we can assign event handlers, which are basically little bits of code that will run when certain things happen. So, for example, if you click on something, or if you put the mouse over something, or if something loads, those are all events that we can use to trigger certain things. So let's create a div tag like so. Okay, and we'll give it an ID, or let's give it an ID. We'll call it button. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is create a CSS file because we're going to use some CSS today as well. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to select on the button, okay, and we're going to make the width. Let's make it 100 pixels, and let's make the height 75, and let's make the border border style. Border style. Let's make that solid. Okay. And let's make the border width 2 pixels. And let's see what that looks like. Go back here. Refresh. Okay. It's nothing so far. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't save my CSS file. So we're going to save it as style sheet. Yeah, and I didn't link it either. Okay, let's go back. It's pretty hard to focus like this. Do a recording on YouTube, it's easier. Okay, I got 2 votes for doing a recording. So everyone else, I'd like to hear from you, and then I'll do something maybe on the weekend. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to here, and so I need to do my link, and so, geez, I always forget how to do this. Let's just double check it on Google here. CSS link. There we go. And we'll Oops. Styles should be back in business now. Okay, so here is our button, and let's go. We'll go in our div tag. We'll say something like "press me." Oops. Okay, just gonna come back to the broadcast here. Do a recording. Recording on Saturday. Okay. Okay, 3 votes for a recording. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my jQuery. So what I need to do now is I need to assign an event handler to my button. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and it's actually very, very easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, let's comment this code out for a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the jQuery symbol, which is the $sign. I'm going to use 2 brackets and 2 quotes. Okay, and then inside I'm going to put number sign. So that's going to access my button. And then I'm going to use the dot notation, okay? And I'm going to say click, because I want to make something happen whenever I click on my button, okay? So then I'm going to I'm going to open up a bracket. I'm going to say function, okay? Open and close bracket. And then I'm going to open up a curly brace. And then I'm going to go down here, close the curly brace, and close the round bracket, and put in a semicolon. Okay? So now I'm going to uncomment this. So what's going to happen is, so see this code? The code in between here will not run until I click on the button, right? So let's save that. Let's check the broadcast. Recording on, okay, another one. I'm sorry this isn't working out too well tonight, guys. I tried to get access to a wired connection, but it proved impossible. Okay, I'm just going to continue on for a few minutes, and then if I get another vote for a video, we'll do it then. Okay, so let's see. We'll go here, and let's refresh. Okay, so now our paragraph is back. Now watch what happens when I click. There we go. Look at that. So now we've kind of created some interactivity on our page. By clicking on this div tag, now I can hide this paragraph, okay? So let's do some other things. What else can we do besides just hide? Well, we can do things like fade. We could fade out. So we'll click that. And so it's asking for a couple of different parameters. So let's say we could fade out over 2,000 milliseconds. So it'll take basically 2 seconds, and it will slowly fade out. So let's go back here and refresh. Okay, and I'll click here and then watch the paragraph slowly fade out. Okay. Okay. How's the audio? Is it still very choppy audio? And how's the video? Recording. Oh, okay, actually a lot of people voted for the recording. Okay, sorry guys. So I guess I'll stop the broadcast here. Hopefully you got a little bit of an introduction into jQuery. Again, I'm really sorry this didn't really work out as planned, but so I'll do a recording and I'll post it on YouTube, and we'll meet again next Thursday in person at Ryerson. And I think what we're going to do is continue our work with the wireframes and the designing, and we'll do a little bit more work with jQuery. Okay, so again, sorry guys that this didn't work out. I wish my internet was a little bit faster out here, but it looks like it's not really working. Okay, so I'll post up last week's lecture, and I'll create a video for jQuery, and I'll post a link up on Blackboard by the end of the weekend. Okay, guys, so have a good night, and have a good long weekend and a good Canada Day, and I'll see you everyone next Thursday. Okay?